Hello, everyone. Today, we're diving into a mystery that lies beneath the vast, sunburned lands of Australia, a mystery millions of years in the making. Scientists have uncovered rare fragments of glassy material, the kind that only forms when an asteroid slams into the Earth with unimaginable force. Yet there's one problem: they can't find the crater. It's missing. Somewhere in the heart of Australia, a colossal scar from space should exist, but it doesn't. Was it destroyed, buried, or could something even stranger be hiding the truth? This is the mystery of the missing asteroid crater. Australia is no stranger to cosmic visitors. The continent bears several known impact sites, each telling the story of ancient collisions that reshaped the planet's surface. But this one is different. Scientists recently discovered small, smooth, glassy stones known as tektites, fragments that form when an asteroid's explosive impact melts rock and launches molten debris across vast distances. These fragments cool mid-air, solidifying into black, glassy shapes that can remain for millions of years. Tektites are rare. Their presence always means one thing: somewhere nearby, an impact of staggering power occurred. And yet, as researchers traced the patterns of where these tektites were found across the Australian landscape, the story didn't add up. The fragments were there, scattered, plentiful, undeniable, but the crater they should have come from was nowhere to be seen. To understand why this is so strange, imagine a meteor the size of a mountain slamming into Earth at tens of thousands of kilometers per hour. The explosion would have been greater than the detonation of every nuclear weapon ever made combined. It would have carved a crater several kilometers wide, a wound in the Earth that should still be visible today. But despite scanning satellite images, geological maps, and radar surveys, no trace of such a crater exists. So where did it go? One theory suggests that the crater was destroyed by time. Australia's surface is ancient. Some of the oldest exposed rocks on Earth lie here, shaped by erosion and weathering over hundreds of millions of years. Perhaps the crater was once visible but was slowly worn down, buried under layers of sand and sediment. The harsh winds and rains of Australia's outback could have erased its shape over eons, leaving only the tektites as a whisper of what once happened. But others aren't convinced. Craters that old tend to leave deeper scars in the crust. Invisible to the naked eye, yes, but detectable through geophysical studies. And yet, even advanced ground-penetrating radar and magnetic scans haven't revealed the hidden basin scientists expect to see. It's as if the impact never happened, but the tektites argue otherwise. Some geologists propose that the asteroid may have struck a region covered by thick, shifting sand dunes. Over millions of years, these dunes could have migrated, burying the crater completely. If this is true, the impact site might lie beneath hundreds of meters of sand, perfectly preserved yet invisible from the surface. If found, it could offer one of the most complete records of a cosmic collision ever discovered. But there's a darker, stranger theory. Some researchers have wondered whether the impact site could have been obliterated not by erosion, but by geology itself. Australia's crust has seen extreme volcanic activity and tectonic shifts in its deep past. Could the crater have been swallowed by the Earth, hidden beneath lava flows, or folded into the land through tectonic movement? If so, it may never be found. And then there are those who look at the data and see something even more mysterious: the possibility that the fragments didn't come from a single crater at all. Perhaps, they say, the tektites we see today were scattered by multiple impacts or ejected from a much larger event far away, their paths altered by time, wind, and erosion. Some have even suggested they might trace back to an ancient asteroid that broke apart in the atmosphere, creating no crater at all, but raining molten glass across the land. Yet, as always, the deeper we dig, the stranger it gets. The composition of these Australian tektites hints at something unique. They contain traces of rare elements, not just from Earth's crust, but also from extraterrestrial sources. This means that the asteroid's material mixed with molten Earth during the impact, creating a chemical fingerprint unlike any other found so far. That fingerprint tells scientists one thing clearly: There was an impact, and it was massive. So why can't we find its mark? Recently, new satellite studies have identified several suspect zones, areas that show subtle circular patterns or anomalies in the magnetic field, the kind of disturbances that can indicate a buried crater. One region near the Nullarbor Plain, a vast limestone desert stretching across southern Australia, is currently the most likely candidate. But the terrain there is flat, uniform, and seemingly untouched. If a crater lies hidden there, it could be buried beneath layers of rock so thick that only deep drilling could reveal it. And that brings us to the modern day, the ongoing hunt for this missing scar from the heavens. Teams of geologists, planetary scientists, and astronomers continue to search, piecing together clues from chemistry, topography, and physics. Every new fragment adds a line to the story, every new scan a possible clue. Yet, the more we look, the more elusive the truth becomes. Perhaps the crater lies deep underground, swallowed by time. Perhaps the asteroid disintegrated midair, never forming one at all. Or perhaps, and this is the idea that sends shivers down the spine, something about the impact itself was not natural. What if the asteroid wasn't an asteroid at all? Some theorists, fringe but imaginative, wonder whether the event might have been something else entirely. A fragment of an ancient spacecraft? A cosmic object of unknown origin? Something that didn't just collide with Earth, but entered it, disappearing into its depths? Science, of course, has no evidence for this. But in mysteries like these, where the data defies expectations, imaginations tend to run wild. Still, the reality remains just as awe-inspiring. Somewhere in Australia's vast deserts, beneath miles of sand and stone, lies a secret, a crater that marks one of the greatest explosions this planet has ever witnessed. The silence of the desert hides it well, but not forever. The tektites are breadcrumbs, clues left behind by a celestial event so powerful it reshaped the land and left behind a mystery that even in 2025 remains unsolved. So the next time you find yourself gazing at the night sky, remember this. Above you are countless worlds, each capable of sending death and wonder hurtling toward Earth. And beneath your feet, hidden in the dust of Australia's wilderness, may lie the silent remains of one such encounter, the missing crater of a long-forgotten apocalypse. Until it's found, the mystery continues.